Thank you for joining all. I think we're just waiting for a green signal from our team. I'm still waiting on more participants to join. We'll start momentarily. Okay, so why don't we get started? Let's make sure I'm getting some feedback so that we're getting started here. And to this presentation, I want to start with apologizing. Participants and the system crashed. We couldn't basically get the system to come up running for a few thousand people. We had an overwhelming participation in the morning, and we apologize. To make up for that, we have decided to obviously compensate for people who cannot join now, but also maybe repeat the session if required. And we will work with the feedback of our partners. Number one, so I apologize for what happened in the morning for the technical glitch. It was a limitation from Zoom and YouTube, and we had to fix it. Number one. Number two, I wanted to thank all our partners, all the leadership at Task, which is our one of our core partners in this program. The college Spots for being very, very supportive in helping us out, reaching to you. I also want to thank T-Hub, Blockchain District, and Tech Mahindra to collaborate on this very grand agenda for students. Now, I want to start with also acknowledging the contributions of Mr. Sinha, who is the CEO of Task, Shrikant Sinha, for helping us through this entire initiative. And now moving on to the agenda for what we have today for the students. Now, as you can see on the screen, this is the largest agenda for education and opportunity for students to pursue career in the most emerging frontier in technology and some of the highest paid jobs out there internationally and globally. So I want to start with the agenda for the meeting, which is to talk about the purpose and introduction to the program, the program overview, and execution plan for the event. Now, I would basically suggest if there are any other questions you may have for the presentation, we are we suggest you have to get in touch with the placement cell of your school to get more questions clarified. If if you have any questions at the end of the day, just reach out to your placement cell. We are in constant touch with them. We will gather all the questions and send out an FAQ answering all the questions for ease of communication. Just so you know, there will be over 10,000 students who will be participating in the program. So we are very excited to bring this to you and to make the channels of communication very, very efficient. We are trying to collaborate very closely with your placement cell in the college. This is our Discord channel for all the updates of the program. There will be several updates coming from now to the end of December and the beginning of Jan. There will be several key announcements, timelines that we will be issuing, and about the new set of hackathons that will follow for you to participate. So please feel free to take a moment, scan the QR code for you to be in touch with us for future updates and future programs that we will be conducting, and all the updates that will be given through the next 2.5 months of this journey. So I'll just give a minute here. I'll just give a minute here before we jump onto the program. We'll also share this presentation with you, so you will have access to this information. Next. I want to quickly talk about the opportunity that we are chasing for our students here. This reflects only engineering domain, but you can take it for granted that the opportunities are similar for all students, whether they're engineers or not, whether they are from marketing, finance, sales, BD, or product, doesn't matter. This is one of the key matrices that we wanted to project here, so that you know why your participation is worthwhile in this program. Blockchain engineers and so-called Web3 now is now the most in demand and highest paid jobs out there in the technology spectrum. Now, this is what you should expect as a student to get out of this program. First off, you will get exposed to what we call the Web3 technology frontier, which is the most emerging technology frontier for you to learn. Again, why? Because you have the most number of jobs. In the first hackathon, the way this has been structured is we are creating a series of 20 hackathons, 20 startup competitions, and continuous education programs across the board. So every hackathon cycle will have a 9-day education program that you can participate and continue to build and create skills that will be required for you to get a job in the industry in Web3. Now, in the first hackathon, we don't expect that you will be the master of this technology. Having also said that, our main goal is to deliver free education for you to get awareness of Web3, the fundamentals in the first place. Second, the goal is to deliver orientation of how to build, then provide you hands-on training and mentoring that will be required for you to build successful projects, and then give you a trainer that is available online and offline when you are building with us to continue get training in the build cycle. Hopefully, very soon, we will make you an independent developer where you can contribute independently to the building cycles. Now, the cool thing is, as soon as you get to the build independently cycle, you will start qualifying for getting grants in the space, which means that you can easily earn up to $20,000 to $30,000 for each build that you do within the communities. And then, interestingly, the Web3 market or the Web3 job market works very much depending on your skill set. You might be first year, you might be second year, you might be third year, you might be fourth year, you might be engineering, you might be civil, you might be you might be computer science, you might be a BSc student, you might be coming from any domain. Till you participate in a series of hackathons, until you are able to build and participate as part of the teams and deliver, the Web3 market is agnostic to what engineering degree you bring to the table. So it is very, very critical to understand that the new orientation of job market is highly dependent on not just what school you went to or what degree you got, but more importantly is what are your skills. And hackathons are the best way to demonstrate the learning process and the build process. So as a reward, you're not just getting free education, you're getting free mentoring, free hackathon prizes, development grants, jobs, and also if you suggest, let's say you come up with a great idea and you want to build a startup, a technology startup, then you also get investments through the same cycle. And not just investments, if your startup idea is very good, then you can actually get help where people will come and accelerate your startup in growing the company. One of such companies, by the way, has come out of our 2018 programs. It became one of the biggest companies in the space called Polygon. It became a $20 billion company over the last 4 years, just to give you an example. And so don't assume that just because you are someplace, and far away and isolated, doesn't mean you don't have a standing chance. Web3 is all about giving you a fair chance to build this, get a global jobs, and build global startups. Now, also just to clarify, a lot of the recruiters are giving work from home as an option in Web3 till you can build and deliver. Again, it comes back to how much can you build and how much you can deliver independently. So again, the education and certification program, I'm going to share these slides with you for you to review in detail, but we are giving education and certifications, certificates as part of the program, creating you and getting you ready. The whole goal of this program is to not just getting you exposed to this technology, but getting you high paying jobs globally. And we do it through making you industry ready, giving you the opportunity to learn, participate, and demonstrate your skill set. One of the cool things about this initiative is we are getting global partners to come and offer you amazing prizes and an opportunity to win amazing amount of prize pool. Currently, all of the prize pool for all hackathons and is somewhere around $190,000, which amounts to about 1.52 crores in amazing opportunity to participate. Now, how does the colleges benefit? One is obviously, we are providing the opportunity for upskilling our students, providing, branding and recognition for a college for their motivation and enabling the students to come to join this program and win global participation awards. Creating a reward mechanism where we are rewarding top students who are participating and top colleges that are participating, and also to provide recruitment opportunities to all our students who are continuing to educate and build and demonstrate their skills in Web3. This is our last year's, the last conference that we did. I do want to, play a quick video for you to get a glimpse of what this event looks like. So everyone, this is our celebration event. Every year we will celebrate your success and recognize your preparation in this and contribution in these hackathons, and the colleges and the partners at this conference. And just to kind of show you what to expect as a hackathon, I would love to show you a glimpse of our 2018 hackathon. again, I did wanted to spend a few minutes sharing this videos, because this shows you what would you expect in the energies that will come together during the course of the event. So just to give you a sense, again, as part of our journey, we will be seen everywhere in all media in India and outside. So what are we talking about here? We're talking about the largest globally, the biggest Web3 ecosystem initiative from India with the government partners in India. We're talking about a 5-year roadmap for the students to do education and certification at different levels from beginners to advanced. We are talking about participating in ongoing internships through hackathons. We are talking about DeFi competitions and startup competitions that you can participate, where the prize monies are also very, very attractive, and then get recognized in the main conference, where you will meet industry leaders, industry partners, recruiters, job fairs, everybody who will be passionate about this industry as a whole. So 2022 and 2023, we have been working on preparing for these hackathons and startup competitions and DeFi competitions. And we will have a huge conference like we did before to celebrate the event. Now, we are currently in the second hackathon, which is being done here with your participation. And one of the things we will get into the details of now, what is the Hackathon 2? And why do we say Hackathon 2? It is not just a Hackathon 2, it is the second phase of our hackathon and education program. That means we will continue to educate you and give you the opportunity to build, and you can continue to build till you become, our goal is to make you advanced developers, advanced financial, advanced marketeers in the space. So the whole idea is to continue to educate you and continue to give you internship opportunities that you can collect and demonstrate your abilities to get a job. Now, I'm going to quickly dive into 2 more sections, which talks about, okay, what is Web 3.0? And if you're not familiar with Web 3.0, this might be a good introduction. But then quickly talk about the objectives, the timelines, what are we educating you and building you on, helping you build on, and then detailed agenda just to show you a glimpse of what that is. Talk about what we are doing to make sure that we have a very quality program to offer, and then continuous learning, like what are we doing to make sure you get this opportunity, and this is not a one-time participation. This will take you, our goal is to take you to the job. So, before you graduate or even after you graduate, the idea is to line up all the jobs. Now, you may be wondering how many companies are really recruiting in the space. There are 19,000 companies globally recruiting for these opportunities. So it's not, it has grown extremely fast. It is the emerging frontier. And it's one of the best places to find jobs. Now, just to kind of give you a timeline, as you see this chart,
Hey guys, I hope you can hear me. Yes, Praveen, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. So, like Abhishek was mentioning earlier, it is very important for you to appreciate what is happening in Web 3.0 world. What is, first of all, what is Web 3.0, and how are we meeting the objectives that we have set for yourself, for all of you, and how are we going to, make this happen? So now let's take a little bit, in-depth discussion on what exactly is uh, Web 3.0. So I'll go a little bit deeper into history when the whole internet started, and the first phase of internet was basically the all the websites were just giving the information to us, and we were able to consume the information, such as Wikipedias or the news sites. So that phase of internet basically kind of brought in revolution in the whole way the information was consumed, and that was called Web 1.0. Now, which itself was not a small thing, but then it really had a lot of limiting factors. One of the most important limiting factor was that the people who were the consumer of information, they were not able to participate or contribute to the content creation, and that was a very big limitation. And after a few years, which we call as Web 2.0, in which the consumers became the content creators. Now that really opened a whole new set of possibilities, such as what you are seeing right now, the social media, where the content creator is the most important contributor to the whole ecosystem. Can you imagine Facebook being Facebook if people are not really contributing there, people are not writing? And there are several examples of this particular use case. Now, Web 2.0 was in itself next level of evolution of the internet, but then this also had a lot of limitations. Now, once we kind of achieved this second stage, then the question came: the content creators, are they being able to generate? Are they being able to get rewarded for their contributions? Now, this was another important thing, and people realized that no, if I am the content creator, I am not being rewarded for my contributions. And that is where Web 3.0 comes, and the whole world got transformed when this blockchain technology came into existence. And how did this come into existence? And I think all of you must have been, you must have gone through that phase when in 2008 or so, a paper got released by somebody anonymous called Satoshi Nakamoto, who pioneered the idea of peer-to-peer value transfer. Now, this peer-to-peer value transfer without any third-party intermediary. Now, this became the basis, or this became the foundation stone for the whole blockchain industry, and that is where things started changing, where the value creators were able to capture the value, without any third party, and the ownership. So if I want to summarize the whole web journey, Web 1.0 was just the consumption of the information. Web 2.0 was consumption plus contribution of the information, and Web 3.0 going to the next level, where we say that, okay, I consume, I contribute, and I become a part of the profit sharing, where I own these tokens, and these tokens are the representations of different value system which are existing in blockchain. Now, that is exactly is a key turning point, in my opinion, in the business world, in all the different businesses that we see around. This has become a game-changing concept. Now, why is this important? Of course, there are several things. I talked about any absence of any third-party intermediary. Now, that's trustless. You do not need to trust an entity to do transactions. You can do transactions. These are immutable. Once you have done the transaction, it is not possible for you to go back and undo what you have done. Now, there are several things which really are path breaking features of Web3 and this progression to different businesses, different use cases, has really made it interesting. Now, this I have talked about so far. How has the journey been from the beginning to this point? But now, what is more exciting is, what is going to happen from here to the future. What do we see? How exactly do we see this world changing? So I'll tell you guys. If I look at this world, and the way I was talking in some other forum, that the way the different businesses are adopting this Web 3.0, this is phenomenal. There are two types of different use cases that you can see in blockchain Web 3.0 world today. One is the native use cases creation. Say, for example, there is certain use cases which were not possible earlier in Web 2.0 world. Those use cases are being created as new business models. That is, possibility number one. The second type of use cases are these businesses are existing in Web 2.0, and they are experimenting, in Web 3.0, and adoption is humongous. If you must have heard of several, successful businesses in Web 2.0 who are trying their hands, and they could be from financing space, they could be from social media, they could be anywhere. In fact, I'll tell you, all the key and leading business use cases in Web 2.0, they are being attempted in Web 3.0. And why is it happening? Because the community, the population is seeing value in that. If I am a part of a particular Web 2.0 social media, I'm not being rewarded for my contribution. But if the same thing happens in Web 3.0, the more I contribute, the more I participate, the more I get rewarded. Now, that is what is making this interesting. And that is what is the reason for extraordinary growth in this business case, in blockchain Web 3.0. So now, having said this, we definitely see that this is going to become the predominant technology in next few years. And the more interesting part here is that, the rate at which the innovation happens in this space is much, much more steeper as compared to the conventional technology landscape. And Abhishek was showing the slide why there's so much hype about this technology, why are so many people required, and what are they being compensated for. So I think all these factors converge together, and that is where IBC Media has come together. And while working with all our sponsors in blockchain space, we have figured out that there is I would say is a very high number of demand for expert programmers. Now, which our current education system or the professional education system is not being able to supply. And that is where, in my opinion, to some extent, the growth of this technology, is being hindered, because the innovation needs people, innovation needs sharp minds. And the IBC Media has looked at this problem very closely, and we have figured out that this cannot happen just by merely going for hackathons. So that is where we have come up with a very, very integrated program, in which we just don't tell you to come and build, but we handhold you. We give you an awareness of the whole ecosystem. Then we train you on the basics and the building blocks of this technology. Then what we do, we go and handhold you with the help of our expert trainers in making you build something. You know what? I mean, once you have done these three stages very, very meticulously, then you are in a state where you can go and build your things independently. And I can tell you that once you reach that stage, then your demand becomes, extraordinary. People are looking for the people who are being able to contribute and build in the system. So I'm sorry. So basically, and all these education programs, supported by mentoring programs and building process, will make you a person who is highly in demand in this space, and you could definitely take your shots once you go through this process. Now, having said that, how exactly have we structured our 9-day program? As Abhishek was mentioning earlier, that all our hackathon series, all these hackathon series basically have an inbuilt 9-day program, which really gives you, an end-to-end, orientation towards uh, starting from somebody who is not too familiar with blockchain. But when you are ending this 9-day session, you will be coming up with we will be definitely giving you the tools and ammunitions that you need, which will give you a foundation upon which you can build. uh, Shreya, am I audible so far?
Yes, Praveen.
Okay, thank you.
All good.
So basically, how do we start? So we just cannot take you to a level and say that, okay, guys, let's start building. No, that doesn't happen. So we start with orientation. Now, what really we try to do in this is that we give you an orientation of the space. We give you an orientation of the space. We go deeper into that. We also will have some prominent industry speakers from the industry, from your education fraternity, and then we try to understand what is the blockchain ecosystem needing, and how are we supporting that need from our education system. Are we preparing our engineers? Like Abhi mentioned, you could be coming from any stream. You could be an engineer, you could be any stream in engineering, you could be at any stage of your engineering education, be in first year. And I totally agree with Abhishek that no, this space is a space which does not demand your certificate, but having orientation in tech definitely helps. You could be working in finance sector, you could be working in the business development, you could be working in the community management. Whatever be your interest area in this space has a lot to offer. So we will be covering those orientations, and then we will be getting into some fundamentals of blockchain. For example, how does a block get created? We know that blockchain is a chain of blocks. What really is contained in each block? Each block has transactions, and these transactions could be of various types, right? How do you really create a block? How does consensus happen? How do all nodes agree? Now, this is the right transaction, this is the right block to create. And then we will go deeper into the architecture of the whole blockchain system. We will be looking at the way data is stored in blockchain. This is going to be completely different from the way data is stored in conventional Web2 system. And there are nuances in that. Then we will be talking about some important use cases, what really has happened in finance, for example. There are so many business use cases, for example, lending, borrowing. Then we are talking about payments. There are n number of use cases from the conventional business world. They have been brought already in the DeFi. We will be talking about all of them. That will give you a perspective that, look, this technology is good. How exactly this technology has been used so far, right? And one thing that I always talk about, that the rate of innovation. So a particular blockchain, for example, from Bitcoin, we came to Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is a system or ecosystem which really brought programmability into the whole space, and that is a game changer. Now, after Ethereum started becoming, a place where all the dApps building started, then Ethereum started getting choked. Now, a lot of Ethereum itself is working on solving it, and they are working on something called Ethereum 2.0. But more than that, there are several other blockchains which really started solving some of these problems and looking at the way this world has to change. And all these blockchains have done fantastic job in terms of maturing this ecosystem. And those ecosystems, one of our key sponsors is Polkadot. Is one of the chains which really has contributed enormously to this ecosystem in terms of in terms of enabling two different systems interaction. And there are many other things we'll talk in depth in all those cases. So that's very, very interesting day 2 for you. And then we get into the technical topics, as I talked about. How do you bring programmability? How do you write smart contracts? What are the smart contracts used for? What are the intricacies of a smart contracts? How do you handle data? How do you access data from the outside world within the smart contract using the oracles, for example? So there are several things. Now this will be a complete a deep dive into technology for you, in which you will be kind of understanding these technicalities to a great depth. Now, having covered so much, then we will get into Polkadot is specific technology stack. One thing you must understand, that all these technologies, all these chains that I talked about, they have their own smart contract language, most of them, and they depend on either they have made their own programming language, or they are influenced by, or they are influenced by some programming other conventional programming language such as Rust, for example. Now, and based on Rust, Polkadot has created a stack which is called Substrate. Now, Substrate is heavily dependent on Rust, but then there are other things that they have brought into this, and we will be getting deeper into that. Now, so far until day 4, we have given you the business overview, the ecosystem overview, the technology foundation concept, then more deeper concepts such as smart contracts and oracles and all that, and then we have taken you through the Polkadot specific stack. Now, having covered this, we will be covering the business ideas. For example, it is very important to appreciate what is the underlying technology thing, but unless you appreciate the business ideas which could be implemented using this technology stack, it really does not solve the purpose. So one day we have kept for to brainstorm with you, and we will be dealing with several different business possibilities that could be brought in. Either things have been done in space which really need to be improved, or you really want to come up with something which is absolutely new, which really hasn't been tried yet, and we will be kind of getting into that, and we will be helping you appreciate these concepts. Now, once we have done this, then you are fully ready for making your hands dirty, and then we will be bringing our experts from IBC Media, who will be working side by side with you in building up something, and acquiring that skill of building in smart contracts and blockchain. Now, these 3 days are going to be ultra interesting, in my opinion. And if you really have been very, very meticulous and sincere all these days, I can assure you that you already have acquired, you already have made your level in blockchain to a good, comfortable, I will say, the initial programmer. Now, once we cover these 98 days, after that, we will be identifying some of the best projects, and I'm pretty sure, based on my experience in the past, that we will be seeing fantastic ideas being implemented, and we will be identifying some best projects, and then we will be kind of taking you further, building, further in your journey. Now, of all these things, you must appreciate one point, that we are trying to make you industry ready. Like Abhishek mentioned earlier, the basic idea is to make you industry ready, where all these blockchain employers, like 19,000 plus companies, either they are blockchains or they are blockchain based, dApps, or they are doing things which are relevant in blockchain. Everybody is looking for people who understand this technology. So, guys, I think this was an overview of what we are going to be doing in these 9 days. Believe me, this is going to be ultra interesting for you, knowledge in enhancing exercise. But this does not stop here. What we are saying, that once we have this program gone through these 9 days, beyond that point, you will continue building, and this building process will continue until end of December or the first week of January, where we will be kind of going, and we will be having our demo days, and we will be you will be competing for the huge prize amount that Abhishek was showing earlier. So let me go to the next slide. And I have covered most of these things earlier, where I talked about why is Web3, from where we started, what all did we experience in between, and where are we standing right now, and where do we go from here. So I hope you have a thorough understanding of the whole journey. Let me show you a little more deeper into the 9-day execution plan. Like I talked about, that there will be day 1 where we will be going through some orientations, which will kind of orient your thought process toward this field. Then we will be going to some of the key key architectural and ecosystem expertise, such as what exactly do you mean by layer 1? What do you understand by layer 2 blockchains? Why are these layer 2 blockchains important? Why did they first come in place? What's happening in this technology right now? What are the current challenges? How are people solving these challenges? For example, one of the important things that you may have heard of, that transactions take a lot of time to build. Now transactions take a lot of time to settle, And then, of course, if a lot of transactions are competing for a particular block, then the price, the transaction cost becomes very heavy. Now there are a lot of things which really are people are solving this. One such example I'll just talk about here is zero knowledge proof. It's called ZKP. Now the ZKP is a technology which really is trying to make these transactions pretty fast, pretty economic, and and it gives the same result. So all these layer twos right now, what we talk about, and other blockchains, they're trying to incorporate this ZKP. Now ZKP is a path breaking. So we'll be talking about all these things, in our sessions. And I talked about environment setup, where we will be talking about Polkadot. We will be going too deep into Polkadot to give you an understanding of how does this stack work, how does the substrate work. And but one thing I can tell you, that we are doing all those things, one of the things that we would expect you to do, that you put equal amount of effort in in dealing with these things. If you are just listening to these conversations and not really doing things which we expect you to do, then the outcome may not be as efficient as we would want it to be. So we will definitely want 100% collaboration from your side, reciprocation from your side, in making these things as much effective as it is possible. So guys, I think one thing that you must appreciate, that our effort from IBC Media is to make you industry ready. Now that is a silver line statement in my opinion, but that cannot happen from one side. That really has to happen from both the sides. And that is where, like we were talking about earlier, Abhishek was talking about earlier, we will have a governance mechanism in place where we will be monitoring your progress. Your stocks will help you, your college professors will kind of look at what you are doing, and if there are any help required, we will be always be there to help you. But then we will definitely expect you to do a lot of homework and groundwork to make it as effective as it could be. Right now, let me go and handle some of the things which are very important with respect to program governance. How do we make this program more and more effective for you? For example, how exactly you are performing during these 9 days and even later on. We expect certain things from you. Are you really trying to are you being able to spend time on those? If we are building something, are you really, say for example, if you are building something and we give you few exercises there, are you being able to do that? Are you being able to spend time? And these things are very, very important. We will have all these data collection. We will also be doing some key metrics reporting to the authorities required, who are always going to be helping you make this program effective for you. We understand that we are doing all these things free of cost for you, but at the same time, one thing we do expect, that you kind of put in effort to get the best outcome that we want you to get it from, right? If there are if we see that the quality of participation is suboptimal, we will be intervening. There are various agencies in this process who will be intervening here, and they will be ensuring that if you need some help in making things better, they help you. And as I said earlier, IBC Media is always there to help you make it more effective, right? And at each stage, we will be doing some retrospection as to what really how did we do with respect to our against our expectation. Do we need to do things better? Because this is something which is very, very, I would say, very, very fundamental requirement for any program. We also will be following as industry standard retrospection methodologies, where we will see, okay, could we have done better? Could we have made it, could we have taken a different route? We will definitely be doing all of that. While we say all of this, I'm 100% sure, and IBC Media, we understand that we will be getting brilliant performers from all these, days that we are working with you. And we want to identify you. We want to celebrate your performance. Not only, you will definitely be rewarded much, much more when you get to a stage where your skill set matches what industry needs. And guys, I can tell you, the numbers, your compensation numbers will be mind-boggling. This will be disturbing so high. The question is that, are you really willing to put in that effort? Are you willing to be one of those top performers, who gets rewarded for your effort during these 9 days and beyond, we would identify you. Don't worry about that. And we will make sure that what you deserve, you get that. We will be kind of helping you get jobs. We will be helping you go into some of the key technologies that, people generally don't get access to, right? And finally, we will be kind of, we have several certification programs based on your milestone achievement. And these certifications demonstrate your commitment. These certifications demonstrate your effort towards trying something, in this technology, and they will be testimonial to your effort. So all these things that we are doing in the program is just to make sure that, you get what you should get. It should not be a very light-hearted effort where, you come into sessions and, just these days are gone and you are not getting output. So we will definitely be helping you with this, with regard to this. Okay, now as I talked about these 9 days program, we will be having in each of our hackathons, and these are very, very fundamental to your learning process. These are very, very fundamental to your building process. But this does not stop here. We will be helping you with mentoring from our side, much beyond these physical hackathons, these 9-day programs. And that will be, I think that will be a key game changer for you if you are putting in effort, right? And there will be, as I said, the governance mechanism that we have put here. These governance mechanisms are basically to make it more effective. So we will be having like your SPOCs, task regional managers, and they will be shared with some key metrics based on your performance, how good you are doing. And if there are interventions required, at any point in time, they will be intervening just to ensure that you get what you kind of deserve here, right? And finally, our programs are very, very well thought, and we will be having several sessions. Sometimes we call industry leaders, sometimes we call speakers from our sponsors who are deeply working in all these projects and blockchains. So listening to those experts will definitely be an eye-opener experience. We will be giving you an opportunity to participate in all such sessions which we organize on a very day-to-day basis. And like as Abhi was mentioning earlier, he has shared, and we will be sharing further our Discord channel. Please feel free to, and in fact, I will request you to join our Discord so that you will be getting informed about all these sessions on time. You come and take advantage of these sessions that we are trying to build it for you. And it doesn't stop at hackathon 2, for example. Continue participating in the next hackathons. That will make you more and more, I would say, solid in terms of your understanding and in terms of building expertise. I'll tell you, I kind of I like technology a lot. I am myself AWS solutions architect at professional level. And I have understood one thing, that only watching the conversation, only listening to videos, they don't help. Ultimately, you need to make your hands dirty. And that is where I think it is very important for you to go and participate in all these hackathons, come up with ideas, discuss with us that you really want to build something. And once you kind of determine what you really want to build, please take these ideas and participate in hackathons. You never know, you could be the next Polygon. Who knows that? I mean, the question is that all these innovations start from here, and I'm pretty sure that we will be seeing you will be surprising us basically by some wonderful projects which will be, I would say, path breaking in the blockchain space. So guys, this journey does not stop. This is just the beginning, and we will be seeing a lot of things, in future. Now, having covered the whole space so far, where we talked about why IBC Media is doing this, and then we talked about what are we doing, and we tried to go deeper into all the stages, what we are trying to cover. Now, let us go and talk about a little bit about how are we doing it. Now, that is very, very important for you to appreciate, and we will be spending some time on execution methodology. Sneha, so good so far?
All good, Praveen. Thank you. I think in the interest of time, we might just need to speed up.
Okay, thank you.
Back to you.
Thank you. We talked about execution methodology, and as you know, we have talked about different key stakeholders, and I was also talking about this earlier, that there are stakeholders who are very, very pivotal to the whole process. And the process that we are seeing here, task relationship manager, they identify you, they help us reach out to you, in which we give you an opportunity. So that's very, very important thing. And that once we are done with that, we have got our college. We have the leadership from colleges who are much more closer to you, and they kind of reach out to you. And then once we have these two important pivots helping us, then we reach to you, and then we engage you in the whole process, as I talked about earlier. And then once we have this whole process journey done, then we will be kind of, there will be a feedback loop where we will be going back to your college leaders, we will be going to the task leadership, and we will be telling, look, out of these whole people, these people are doing excellent job, and we are so excited about it, and some people may need some help. And then we will be kind of closing that loop and making this whole process effective. That's what we are talking about when we talk about stakeholders here. Now, the same thing we have represented in a timeline diagram, where we see that we first do the outreach, where we reach out to you, tell you that what you are getting into, how could this transform your life, how could this transform the whole your professional future. And then once we kind of reach out to you, explain to you, and one of the things that we are doing right now is basically giving you an opportunity to understand this. The second thing is that once we do that, then we will be doing these training sessions that I talked about. We will be doing program evaluation and quizzes, and our alliance leadership team will be coming back to you very soon, mostly by tomorrow. There will be an evaluation program where we will be having some fundamentals. We will be giving you that, and once you are done taking that quiz, then we will be trying to identify who all are the people who will be the more suited people for the offline training, because offline session that we are talking about, that cannot have an infinite capacity, so we cannot accommodate everybody in the offline. So the people who are performing relatively better, they will be made part of the offline training session. But the rest people will also be able to participate in this, but then they will be participating it in online mode. Okay, and once we have the result announcement done, then we will be getting on to the 9-day offline training. And guys, the team, IBC Media team, is working very hard to make sure that all these things are covered to the depth that we really want to make it. And then for sure, beyond this, online and offline participation will continue. And as I said, not all people will be part of the offline training. So the rest people could still be benefiting in the same way, as the offline people, by participating in the online mode there. And finally, once we are done with all these things, then we will be kind of rewarded with internship certificate, experience certificate, which is a testimonial to prove that you really have gone through all this journey, and you have acquired skill which is valuable for the industry. There are some terms of engagement for a student. We just want to kind of highlight them very quickly. That for the offline mode of people, you will be kind of getting the Web3 scaling program and certification in person, and at T-Hub and Tech Mahindra Auditorium. These are the program venues. And also we will be giving you internship certification for completing participation, which will definitely be, I think, a very valued position for you. And once you are participating in the offline, then of course you have several advantages, such as you will be getting in-person mentoring from our expert trainers and industry mentors, which could be a fantastic experience. And I would say that you definitely should not miss on that, because you will be having a wealth of knowledge sitting in front of you and helping you. And one thing I would like to remind you that all other logistics, including accommodation, transportation, and your food, you have to manage it yourself. IBC Media will not be managing these for you. But at the same time, for online event, if you really see, we will be, we will be doing this skilling program and certification through online, as we know. Whatever programs we are going to be doing in our offline meet, they will be webcast, and you will be able to take advantage of that exactly in the same way. You will be also getting internship certification for completing this participation, and we will be having a mechanism to ensure that you get that. And if you are not part of the offline meetup, offline event, don't worry, we will also be having support for you while you build the process online, and by expert trainers. The reason is that it is very difficult for us to accommodate thousands and thousands of people, because we expect a very large number of people who will be attending this. It's not really logistically possible to bring everybody online. That's where we have divided this into two segments, where online support, so you will not be completely disadvantaged. But for sure, I think I would still encourage that try to be in the the first few people who are going to be part of the offline programs. Some display of the certificate that you will be receiving as part of the process, Web 3.0 skill certification, the internship certification. And I think, getting this certificate from IBC Media will definitely be, as I said earlier, will be a prized position for you, and you could definitely leverage it. Some of the roles and responsibilities we have talked about, outreach, as I talked about, we are being helped by your college leadership. We are being helped by the task leadership. And, all these leaders are helping us reach out to you so that we could help you build your future. Now, that's the whole line that I would like to say here. And the training part, as I talked about, you will be trained in blockchain key technologies, and we will be making sure that you are handheld during all these training process. At the same time, once we think that your training is complete, where you have got the fundamentals of building, then we will be having you build along with our trainers. And during all this process, we will have a strong governance mechanism in which you are able to receive the help that you need. And finally, once you have these building process done, you will be submitting these hackathons, ideas and the progress, and we will be reporting it. Okay, so this is roles and responsibilities for, there are a lot of things which really are required to be done by you. At the same time, you will be getting leadership from the task managers, you will be getting leadership from your college leadership, and you will be getting leadership and help and assistance from IBC Media all along the journey. Program flow we talked about already, and right now we are talking about on 20th, 29th October, where we are doing the orientation today. Again, my apologies that there was some technical glitch in the morning, and that is where this program has been, is being conducted now. And since it is, a live telecast on YouTube, we will also be ensuring that this video gets uploaded on the YouTube channel of IBC Media, where if somebody has not been able to attend it now, they can always come and attend this session at a later point in time, so that you get the perspective of what IBC Media is trying to do, and you become ready for this exciting journey. And as I talked earlier, there will be an exam link where we will be having some questions for you, and we would like to know how much aware you are in technology. That will give us some pointers as to how first of all who all could be part of the offline program. And then of course we'll also get some other pointers from here. How do we in what way we should be helping you, right?
Yeah, Praveen, can I interrupt?
Yeah, sure, please go ahead, Abhishek.
Yeah, so thank you, Praveen, for the background, and everybody. This is Abhi, and I wanted to just point out that we apologize for the systemic error this morning and the technological failure, but we will work with your placement team to basically share the link of the exam. We are discussing with them whether it will be released tomorrow or day after, but the placement cell will share that with you. In the meantime, we are planning to work with your team to do one more orientation, for all the other students who couldn't participate because of the evening. Again, on or Monday or Tuesday, we will again stay in touch with your through your placement cell. But in the meantime, we will share with you through the email and through the Discord channel the update for you so that you can follow us and take the exam and submit your exam links directly. But in the meantime, I apologize for all the technical difficulty in the morning. Again, Praveen, anything else on the presentation that is left? But as far as the exam link goes, Praveen, we will be discussing with the placement cell to share the link with the students.
Absolutely, absolutely. So no, I think so. We are pretty much kind of done. We like Abhishek mentioned earlier that we use our Discord channel for IBC Media, and this is the place where you get all the updates. And we would want and would request you to join this channel to be current with respect to all happenings on IBC Media, and this will definitely be very, very helpful for you, all of you. So I think I'll take 2 minutes, Abhishek, before I hand it over to you.
Sure.
As again I said, this is an extensive program, and the main purpose of this program is to make you industry ready. And like I said earlier, we are not in favor of conducting few hackathons here and there, where the only people who participate who are expert in this technology. Our objective is to take this technology to all of you, give you the required orientation towards this technology, give you the technical orientation, give you the functional orientation, and train you on some of the foundations of this technology, and then train you on the basic technology development skills which are required, and then help you build. And we are not leaving you anywhere in isolation along the journey. And believe me, and the only ask that I have, the IBC Media has from you, is that we want reciprocation in effort. And believe me, if you are with us during these next few months, we will change your career. We will change your path. That I can guarantee on behalf of IBC Media. So guys, that's pretty much from my side. I'll hand it over to Abhishek for next things.
Thank you, Praveen. I think there is no better way to put it like you did. Everyone, thank you for joining. We do want you to join us, subscribers, and be part of our community. We will be hand-holding you from here, hopefully till you get a job in Web3, which is one of the highest paying domains today, as an engineer or as a student. I would highly recommend. I come from a college from JNTU. I'm a JNTU pass out 2005. I happen to go out and do multiple startups, in the space, and I can assure you that this is one of the most rewarding technology spaces out there. You want to be part of it. So with that, thank you so much for joining. I apologize, we are a little over time. But we are very excited to be having this opportunity to be part of your journey. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining, and we will stay in touch. We will repeat this program orientation for everybody else again the following week, and share the respective links for you to sign up and submit your exams for qualifying for the offline round of participation. Just to remind you, there are 2 deadlines. One is for offline participation in Hyderabad with 300 other peers from different colleges who will come together to collaborate and do this offline training. But the same thing will be webcasted for everyone online, where everybody can participate. And deadline for that final sign up and registration is November 20th. So you can basically sign up on 21st until 21st till the day the program begins. So we will share the entire itinerary with you through Discord, through our community, and also through your placement cell. Please make sure you stay in touch with us and your placement cell at the college. They will basically be guiding you on the next steps. But in the meantime, if you want to get updates, please join Discord, and we will stay in touch with you. Again, the next 2 deadlines are one on the next week, which is where you submit your exam for qualifying for offline program, and again on November 20th for you to continue to participate in the online programs.
So with that, thank you so much, and we will stay in touch.